Да, конечно. Мне как бы народный язык. Well, my name's Kurt Harper, and I was the district governor for District 5680 in the 2019-2020 Rotary year. That means that I was the first district governor right after districts 5670 and 5690 merged. So I had the really exciting privilege of getting to go out and visit 60 clubs, and thanks to my wife being available to be my chauffeur, my administrative assistant, and everything else imaginable, we were able to get all 60 clubs visited in about a 6 to 8 month period. And I anticipated it was going to be fun, but visiting all of the clubs in all the different communities was one of the most rewarding things I've gotten to do as a Rotarian, because I have my own experience in my club, which is the Rotary Club of Wichita, which is one of the largest clubs in the world. It's in downtown Wichita, and we have over 400 members. And so I took that experience and would visit clubs that had 10 or 15 or 20 members, and I really got to see the contrast in how clubs work. All in all, I've been in Rotary for 25 years. I served as club president for the Wichita Club in the 2008-2009 Rotary year. And also found that job to be one of the most rewarding Rotary experiences I've ever had, because there, instead of visiting 60 clubs, I visited 400 people to get to know them, and that was a great experience too. Both my wife and I were language majors in college, and that international exposure is something that's kept both of us engaged. She's not a Rotarian, but she lives vicariously with my Rotary life as if she were a Rotarian. And we've gotten to know a lot of people internationally. I majored in Russian, which is a pretty obscure language to major in. Rotary has given me a chance every year to year and a half to use that language somehow, to meet people kind of at their own level. And so one of the most exciting things I've gotten to do is lead a group study exchange program in 2012 to several cities in Russia, some of the major ones, Moscow and St. Petersburg. But most of the time we spent in off the beaten path places with homestays, and got to really dig into the real life culture of Russians. And that's an experience that Rotary offers in all kinds of settings. So that's really rewarding on its own. Locally, the biggest program that I've been involved in has been our club's RIF program, Reading is Fundamental. A couple times a year, when school is actually in session, we get to go in and read books to classrooms of elementary students, and then hand out books to each one of those students in every single one of our Title I schools. I was first introduced to Rotary by a couple of people from church. I had gotten to be pretty close with each of these guys from different generations. They both happened to be members of the downtown club, and they invited me to join them for 2 or 3 of the meetings, carefully planned to be the meetings where we had the best speakers. So I was intrigued by that. I was intrigued at the fellowship opportunities, probably perceiving it as a networking opportunity at the time. And the programs for the downtown club were just spectacular because of the size of the club. They invited me to join, and I went in and jumped at the chance. Then I found out it wasn't networking so much as what I described as fellowship. It's much more about actually getting to know people and work with people, and that was really more rewarding than I expected. I would say if you have an interest in finding ways to relate to your community at any level, Rotary is a great organization to explore. And that means people who may be considering Rotary have to overcome the stereotype that they have for Rotary and realize that Rotary has focused for the last probably decade on ways to make sure it's for everybody. It can be inclusive of their families, but there's a way for Rotarians to serve any aspect of what someone wants to do in their community. And if you're looking for a way to engage, Rotary is the place to be.